Hi, I'm Roger Scott, Confluent's Chief Customer Officer. One of the best parts of working at Confluent is we get the opportunity to talk to so many customers that are driving remarkable transformations at their company. They're putting event streaming, Kafka, and Confluent at the heart of their digital strategies, whether that's to drive deep, rich, personalized customer experiences or to support data operations. I'm really excited to be able to share some of those experiences with you here today. So today I'm thrilled to be joined by Thomas Quayle, the CTO of Intrado. Intrado, formerly West, is an innovative cloud-based global technology partner to clients around the world. Their solutions span enterprise collaboration, digital media, life and safety, and health and wellness. Thomas is a technology thought leader, practitioner, and innovator. He's worked with organizations from startup to Fortune 500 across public and nonprofit organizations. He's a strong believer in lowering barriers to entry with technology through simple, human-centered solutions. And he's also a recognized expert in edtech, e-learning, and academic publishing. So Thomas, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome.
Excellent. Thank you for the invitation.
Let's kick straight off into the first question. If you wouldn't mind sharing the business transformation happening at Intrado today, give us a little bit of a background into that.
Yeah, sure. So Intrado basically started our journey for transformation in 2016, got really ahead of steam in 2017 and 2018. And we dealt with everything from how we moved from an operator first to a product development first organization. And we addressed everything from our operational model to how we would actually adopt the cloud, how we would endorse and embrace new technologies, and then ultimately how we would see those get into production in a much more seamless and fast fashion.
Great. So tell us a little bit about what is the value of event streaming at Intrado, given that transformation that's underway.
Yeah, we got started early with Kafka, and then what we did was we essentially started to build on that. And when we started to move from kind of point solutions in various product teams, and we wanted to scale it up as a capability inside the organization, we started to address it as a platform component within our overall kind of core technology set. And so what we did was we selected Confluent for essentially a media mixing and conferencing product, but then that essentially started to scale out to inform some of our RPA and machine learning initiatives as well. And we're starting to see that folks are looking at it more as a bench capability as opposed to necessarily something that they needed to bring in to their product teams on an individual basis.
Right, so that it's interesting, that movement to a platform, sort of informing some of your decision to work with ourselves at Confluent. Talk a little bit about the impact of that partnership, working with a technology partner like ourselves.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that we view it as is that you have kind of the implementation of a technology and then an enterprise capability. And what we saw was the difference between us implementing a Kafka solution was us implementing a point solution. And when we look at it as a capability, we look at what does the company bring to the table, whether it be from an indemnity, tooling, all of the monitoring components, ability to scale, being able to move from a bring your own license model to a managed service model. All of that journey is something that we kind of view as all key reasons to partner with an organization like Confluent.
Excellent. And in part of our partnership and working with you, it's a central part of our value system at Confluent. We have a value that speaks to earning our customers' love. So I'm curious, from your perspective as a technology executive, what would you regard as customer love? If you were a partner like ourselves working with you, what do you see as developing that relationship built around customer love?
Well, when we kind of view our relationships with our key partners, it's got to be able to engage at multiple levels of the organization. It can't just be with the executive leadership or just with the engineering. We need to be able to meet the company where the need is. So having technologists that can engage with our product development teams, have architecture people that be able to engage with our architecture teams, and then ultimately have the ability to inform our executives so they can evangelize for those solutions to scale out are all key characteristics of that relationship.
Excellent. We're going to close things out with a series of rapid fire questions. So I'll go straight into that. Favorite leadership book?
Team of Teams by Stanley McChrystal.
Favorite podcast listening to right now, or not even right now, one of your favorite podcasts?
Hardcore History.
Most admired technology leader and why?
I have two. One would be Rebecca Parsons, the CTO for ThoughtWorks, and the other one would be Adrian Cockcroft. He was the CIO and CTO at Netflix for a while, and then he's gone on to do some VC work as well. I think both of those folks, I mean, Rebecca just because evangelizing for the leading edge of technology, and Adrian just for the really considered way of executive leadership in a technology organization to be differentiated. I mean, everybody wants to be like Netflix when it comes to just, ability to manage their environments, durability, scalability, stability, all those kind of things. And I think that he really built that culture early on. I mean, subsequent new and ongoing leadership in that organization is impressive. And I think they're actually a customer here. So,
yeah, great choices. I think they're inspirational leaders, both of them. And besides Confluent, any technology company that you're watching at the moment?
Two. One is Appen. They acquired Figure 8, which is kind of a data modeling tool for creating essentially training sets for machine learning. And the other one is a company called Clarify that's doing a lot of machine sensing work. I think that both those groups are pretty interesting. I think that what we see is that now AI is the fabric on which most of these companies are being developed, as opposed to like bolt-on. And what I see is those two are companies that are pretty interesting from my view.
Awesome. In closing, the very fact that we're doing this remotely over a video is a sign of our times, the conditions under which we're working at the moment. And I think all of us can safely say that we've adapted over the course of the last 6 months. What's your top productivity tip that you've learned over the last 6 months, given the necessity of working remotely under COVID-19?
Just accept that the fact that things aren't always going to go as planned. And the other thing is that, we have to deal with the fact that people's lives are kind of completely intermingled with their work, and just accept it. It's like, okay, this is just our reality. Dogs bark, kids come in the room, meetings might not start exactly on time, things like that. Right. What I also think is important is that we had the luxury of being a distributed company beforehand. So a lot of the teams would be in different locations already. So it wasn't that much of a change. I think that we have a very always on video kind of view from our teams. So the expectation is that people are engaged. So I see folks all the time, and I don't feel that kind of isolation that some folks might feel if you didn't engage all the time.
Right. I think that's outstanding advice. And I think embracing the uncertainty and embracing the lack of control sometimes in the circumstances under which it's calming to take that approach. I think you're absolutely right.
Control's an illusion.
Exactly. Thomas, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Always thought-provoking and insightful. And good luck to you and Intrado in the coming weeks and months. Thank you so much.
Thank you.